We also got ourselves I'm So Dope Fool coming in as a big old monkus. Big old balls on his shoulders. Big old. On Team Blue with Claus Jr. Ooh, looking like, oh my god, you look like a wizard. I feel like you would be in a Carney show. Showing like the kiddos some tricks. But what kind of warlock are you? It looks like maybe if you're Affliction, I'd be so happy. We also got Neptunes in the back, just chilling. We got ourselves Psyched, and we got ourselves Prominent as an Holy DK. Look at how prominently he looks up, dude. He's looking up, and I'm so dope. We also got ourselves Colossus in the back as a Frost DK. Nice smog, I like it. Lucron going up first as a Demonology. Rips as a Feral. Tenadre as a Demon Hunter, and Accent as a Rogue. Yo, Rips, be able to, thank you. Be able to cat form unless you're doing, please. Thank you. Looks like Lucron is going to be walking up to I'm So Dope and giving it a little bit of a bow from his siege engine, dude. He's bowing while holding a big ass cannon at him. I'm So Dope should have himself quite a duel here. Lucron is going to have a little bit of a issue when it comes to trying to deal with a lot of the mobility and trying to get away from Monk. Touch of Death coming down immediately onto Lucron. Stun onto I'm So Dope as Lucron is going to go for Shadow Bolt. Maybe Fear right after is going to get Trinket out of I'm So Dope. And Lucron taking quite a bit of damage. Walling this up right now. And I'm So Dope is going to just bail out of there immediately. Lucron did use his wall just now. So that was going to be quite a cooldown. I'm dope, dude. Lucron, I think, might have to play back a little bit where I'm So Dope does not have nearly as easy of a time getting back to his pillar. I think that might be the way to go. He might need to walk him back to another side. It's going to be his own Guardian of Azeroth coming in, slapping down I'm So Dope, doing quite a bit of damage. Lucron still needs to get himself more imps up and running. Stun onto I'm So Dope with a demonic turn to follow up. Does not have a Trinket to follow. That's going to be Karma immediately. Trinket coming out, not for either one actually. It's going to be Karma reflected back, I think, by I'm So Dope by Lucron. How is he still taking damage to the Karma? What is going on? Is he going to die? Stunned by the second pet. Double Felguard on him. Vivifus are coming out. The Tyrant over there. Guardian of Azeroth slapping him up right now. Guardian of Azeroth does separate away. How is I'm So Dope dying? Does Lucron? Wait, can Lucron reflect back up? Yo, Prominent, give him some breathing room. Can he reflect the Karma back? Is that what happens? Does he reflect Karma damage? That is insane if he does. Prominent with a Lichborn immediately. Got an Abomination rolling. Gonna be a Fear. Onto Prominent. Lucron might want to reset up his own gateway, trying to get some more fears into Prominent. Gonna get reflected on and stun onto Prominent. He trickets out of it immediately. Lucron with barely any health does go for a horror effect on Prominent. Looking to maybe get a handle done as well. Maybe a Fear right after Shadow Fear trying to come out. Gonna be AMS for Prominent. Looks like he might be able to prominently have Lucron up right now. Lucron trying to get a Drain Life going, but the Necrotics are huge, trying to get a Fear. I think it's going to be done and done for Lucron, unless he got any more tricks up his sleeve. Let's get a Fear onto Prominent. Barely any health, going for Drain Life over those pets. Might want to get himself a Demonic Gateway in the other direction. Barely has a shield up and running. Can he somehow recover back on health? Might want to go for any kind of CC onto Prominent. Maybe the stuns trying to climb out. Does he ever even have health? His health bar lives. The health bar lives. He does go for a short stun onto Prominent. Might be able to get a horror effect to follow if he can somehow find a way to cut him around. Prominent, no AMS available for a bit. Is going to get the pets up and running with a horror effect to follow. Finally, somehow recovering back on health. Might be able to get a setup rolling. Gonna be maybe Fear. Does juke out of the Fear. That's going to be a full Fear into Prominent. Lichborn's out of the Fear, though. That's going to be some Necrotics trying to stack up on a Lucron, getting a handle go down back to back. Gonna go for a big old Tyrant summoning. Prominent doesn't have an answer for the Tyrant right now. That's going to be a stun onto Lucron. Doesn't have Lichborn anymore. Lots of Necrotics stacked up on Lucron. Second pet stun available for Prominent. Lucron could go for a Warlock Gateway right now if he wanted to. It looks like Gateway got set up for Prominent if he wants to take his own Gateway. But it looks like he's not going to be able to go for it. Oh, he does go for a Gateway. Who set up a Gateway for this guy? He's already on Holy DK. Necrotics is stacked up quite high onto Lucron. If he can somehow find a way to get more pet damage and more CCs up and running onto Prominent, and just kind of do some damage while being away from the guy, he might be able to come back. It's going to get pets up and running. Stun into Prominent. Is that going to be a Maldic onto Prominent too? It is a Mally. Horror effect to follow. Looks like Prominent might go down. Lucron taken out a Death Knight with Sight going up next. Trying to go for a Fear. Going to be a stun trick inside of it. Reflect coming out and is going to be able to land the guaranteed Fear onto Sight. How is Lucron still in the game? Next Fear coming out onto Sight right afterwards. Trying to drain life as best as he can. Shadow Fury on Sight from a distance with yet shortest Fury in the world, just trying to keep him at bay as best as possible. Lucron without any defenses left while coming up with handle go downs. That's all he really essentially has. until he can get more cooldowns rolling. Does get himself the Guardian of Azeroth rolling up. That's going to be able to slap around Sight for a little bit, but Lucron with barely any health. Looks like he might be going down. How did Lucron take down a monk with Reflect and then kill Prominent right after? That is insanity, dude. And then you expect for him to be able to take on a Demon Hunter after. That's impossible. Think of it like this, boys. Lucron made some insanely amazing plays, and he's letting the rest of the Team Blue get to play the game. All right, let's look at it like that. Accident is going up next, trying to pick up on that sub-rogue damage that we've seen out today. But it's going to be Sight going up in the air, trying to punch Accident. It's no accident he's up in the air, slamming those Fel Lances at him. But it looks like the Rogue is going to have to back out of there for a little bit. Can Accident come back? Isaac picked up for Sight. He doesn't even need to go for Spectral Sight. He just to find the Rogue and tag him for a second. Using the Fel Rush, it's actually going to land that stun onto Accident. Did go for a little bit of a circle spin with that eye beam, tried to find the Rogue again. Cheap shots are coming out. Sight is going to get quite a bit of healing, though. The Underworld Trinket, while Leech is up and running, is huge. But the Dampening is finally going to pick up Accident, going for the killing shot, but it's so DR. Might want to bail out of that situation. Maybe Cloak of Shadows advantage. Blind on Sight. No Trinket available. I think the Tyrant is the Bro Karma. Maybe. That might have been it, or maybe you can reflect it. We don't know. Lucron is not telling us any secrets. Sap onto Sight right now. Perfect opportunity for Accident to get back in the combat, but he's not going to do it. It could go for a setup here. Nightblade tried to make it happen, but that's going to be a stun onto Accident instead. That was an accident. Meant to cheap shot him. Trinket out of the Demon Hunter. Immediately touch of death coming out. Or cheat death coming out of Accident, and Kalos is up next as a Frost DK. I have no idea how this Frost DK is going to catch up and how he's going to deal with Sight, but he's going to have to get some Chain of Ice in him. Spam those Chain of Ice, get the big Remorseless Winter. Big portal coming out for Sight. Yo, Klaus, can we disable the port? Can we disable the port for only a mobile Demon Hunter? Could you set up a port in the room or something and set one up the next time you're going up duel, man? What the hell is that? That is just a little bit unfair. Use the port for yourself, Klaus. I don't think Sight really needs it. That's just a bit too much mobility. Klaus, Kalos has tried to stay on top of Sight as best as possible. Letting Remorseless Winter really mangle him, but that's going to be Darkness out of Sight. There's also going to be a Blur out of Sight as well. But now he's out of defenses. If Kalosis can somehow stay in there, does grip him down back to the ground. Get out of the clouds, boy. But that's going to allow Sight to use the mobility to bail out of there. No more grips available. No more grips needed in Kalosis. He's going to have to go back to chasing Sight while he's trying to wait out for defenses. Kalosis does not Chain of Ice, and first global should have been Chain of Ice so he could actually catch up to the Demon Hunter. But he's looking to just bail away from this guy and try to get out of there immediately. I don't know if he can catch up. He does get hit with an imprison. Sight might have an opportunity to be able to get it set up. He's going to get hit with Chain of Ice, picking himself a new bit, a new Warlock house. So that's perfectly allowed. That's fine. He wants to pick himself up a new one. That's perfectly allowed. Kalosis got himself a bit of that Remorseless Winter rolling. Sight actually taking more damage than Kalosis is, but that's going to be defensive out of Kalosis with that Lichborn. He's just going to put himself in a bad situation, cannot move fast enough. Trying to get some damage to Sight, threw a snowball in there, got Sight to about 50% health, but he's going to have a Blur up and running sometime soon. Sight, though, using a lot of his own self-heals, a little bit too early by the looks of it. Looks like he's healing a little bit too early. Ooh, grip coming out of the Sight. Now he knows he has the mobility to get away from Kalosis. But the Chain of Ice are going to be slowing down. The better Kalosis is at maintaining Chains of Ice, the better it's going to go for him. It's going to trick it out of the stun, get an interrupt onto Sight. And it's going to be a bit of a tussle down the middle for a bit. Kalosis is also playing the Underworld Trinket, trying to leverage the proc rate for that Trinket to deal with Sight. He's going to try to stay as tanky as possible so he can offset a lot of the mobility or a lot of the healing to the Trinket. Less Jet Strike needed, more Frost Strikes, and it's going to be yet another gateway. Yo, Klaus, my man, I'm asking you nicely. Could you please move the gateway? Could you please move gateway, Klaus? Come on, Sight is already mobile. He doesn't need more mobility. You're kidding me. You're crazy, dude. Plenty mobility as a Demon Hunter. Come on, man, be cool about it. Gonna be a kick onto Sight by Kalosis. Does get Lichborn up and running, but it's gonna be Sight with a Demon form. It looks like every time Sight has got himself Metamorphosis up and running, he's gonna be invulnerable for a little bit of time. And he's gonna bail out of that Kalosis just with a lack of mobility, being a wheelchair Death Knight. Not a lot you can really do. He needs to get himself huge Remorseless Winter though into Sight. It looks like he got himself some resources rolling, got his empowered Rune up and rolling. Maybe a big Remorseless Winter could be the end here. Gonna be a Blur up and running for Sight, but he's gonna go up in the air, gonna grip it back down from the clouds. Sight has not been able to get some freebie damage at all out of this, and is looking to bail out of there. Claus, come on. What is this, dude? What is that gateway? I see what you're doing. You're giving him an out, man. What the hell is that? Dude, if Psych loses this with all those outs and all that help by Claus, that'll be insane. Colossus, you better win this one, my man. You better do this. You better put him down to the ground. Psych got himself huge metamorphosis, however. Trinkets out of a strangulate. Looks like he's trying to go well in on the Death Knight. Colossus got himself remorseless, but that leech is going to keep Psych alive for a little bit longer than he's expected. Double underoff for both of these two. Huge procs for Psych right now. Huge amount of healing with Lichborn. Going to be a Lichborn, or Leech. Going to be Lichborn coming up for Colossus, though, with AMS as well. Trying to leverage as much defense as he can versus Psych, but nothing he can do against the full might of Demon Hunter damage. All he can do is go for heals. Does he even have transfusion? He might just go down, trying to stay alive with those death strikes as best as possible. Try to get a lift off for Psych. Gonna get gripped down to the ground. Transfusion coming up for Colossus. Might be able to come back on a bunch of health. Psych is using the gateway again for Colossus. Oh my goodness. If he did not have the gateway, Psych might have actually lost his duel a while ago too. But that's gonna be a stun onto Psych. Colossus trying to see if he can come back. Blurs up and running for Psych as he got himself full demon form up and running. The big snowball climbing, but Psych does take down Colossus. And he's teabagging. Oh my goodness, he had every help in the world and he's teabagging him like a scumbag. I'm really hoping that somebody puts this man into the dirt right now. Psych just trying to make a play here as best as he can. Trick him down, trying to hang around by the gateway again. Tangible should be on his tail as best as possible. 10 minutes in, 34% dampening. Tangible now to mount up. Psych just trying to bail out of there, man. Huge assist for Psych. What is this scumbaggery here? Him and Claus Jr. just got themselves in a perfect setup right now. Psych is getting so much assistance. I don't know if Tangel can come back. Yo, Tangel, somebody needs to punish him. Rips, maybe you. One of you guys is probably going to do it, right? Imprison onto Psych. He's going to reverse the stun onto Tangel. Got himself demon form up and running. He's going to go for as much self-healing as possible, using every crucible available for self-heal. Claus setting him up again. Another care package with this Lock Health Stones. Lock Health Stones are fine, honestly. Lock Health Stones are fine. This is the gateway that I have trouble with. Darkness coming down for Psych as he is actually super low on health. Trying to stay in darkness as best as possible. Tangel, is he going to be able to punish him? Gateway coming out, looking to bail out of there. That's extra fell rush for him in a way. And down he goes like a scumbag. He is. Tangel taking him out. Claus, are you playing the Destruction Warlock, helping out his friend over there? Psyched, how did you lose when you had so much help from Claus setting up those gateways left and right for you? How does that even happen? Claus, are you Demonology? You are Destruction. It looks like Tangel actually got himself a Tyrant up, or a Guardian up and running over there. Maybe? Looks like it is. Claus going for a little bit of Reflect with an Infernal, trying to see if he can clap out big damage onto Tangel. He does drop Darkness Absorbing that cancels, but completely is going to walk out of the darkness for a second, try to get right back into it, absorb as much damage as possible. Claus with a wall, trying to sling a couple of cast bolts at Tangel. Does get one in. Fear coming out, does get interrupted, going up in the air right now. And that's going to be some fell lances from above. Claus getting burnt through his full save to trinket. He doesn't have any health whatsoever. Tangel just needs one global or two to take down Claus. He probably should have swapped to a different pet. And Claus does go down, and Tangel getting attacked by Neptune's immediately. Neptune's actually backed up for a second, waiting to make sure that Claus is done and over with. Neptune's popping in. IBF immediately just to deal with Tangel's stun right now. Trinket's out of it. Why? He's got a 47% dampening. Can Tangel somehow come back out of this? Or Neptune's be able to take him down to the ground like the Gravekeeper? He is big. Necrotics onto Tangel, and down he goes as the Army of the Day just rips him apart. Speaking of rips, Rips is up next as a feral. He does have double wall. He does have himself renewal. But with this high dampening, will Neptunes be able to just live by the power of the pets and the damage, or the bleed's going to actually shred him? Wraith walking through the rips. Is it going down to the dots? Actually down to the dots, and down it goes. Oh my god, Psych, that was so scum, man. You gotta admit it. You gotta admit it, that was so scum, dude. So much help. I was robbed. I'm Colossus. You were robbed. You were robbed, my man. That was so unfortunate. That was so unfortunate. If Psy came in with a different team and didn't have Claus there, I feel like that might have went a little differently. He did get robbed. Oh, man. There's only so much we could do. Like, Warlocks are allowed to put up gateways, but it's kind of expected of Warlocks to, like, set up a gateway for yourself next time you're going for the duel. You know what I mean? Set up the gateway for yourselves, but, like, what... what can I can't like ban somebody out of these as soon as I can't like ping somebody out as soon as like somebody messes around or whatever, right? Out of these duels, I literally can't do it. So it's gotta explain that people come in with mutual respect. But I mean, junior guy, right? The Warlock junior guy. I mean, he got clapped out pretty quick. You know what I mean? I don't think that man came in with a lot of skill and preparation.